Ladies and gents, what's up? What's up? Just wanted to check in with y'all regarding this life insurance in general. So for those that don't know, my background, military veteran, 9 years, Air Force. A big part of my expertise as well is musically related. So I do have a gift for music, artist, creative, musician, songwriter. And then I was also blessed to be introduced um, to life insurance um, around 2015 as an agent. Now I had coverage when I was serving. I definitely had coverage when I was serving, but didn't know much about it. But a part of me felt like it was definitely important. But then, serving 9 years, getting out, getting certified, and having the opportunity to be able to help people, help families, when it came to legacy. And I think about it from a legacy standpoint, a foundation standpoint. I was elated. And especially my passion for it. I realized my passion for it, just the feeling that it gave me was very similar to outside of music, obviously performing, a similar feeling to performing, um, and then a similar feeling to when I was doing honor guard, like ceremonial details, like when you see the military personnel folding the flag, giving the flag to a next of kin, um, marching, up with the flag, things like that. I definitely did that for a little bit. A similar passion like that. So in between, from 20, getting licensed from 2015 all the way up until now, um, initially it was more so Medicare, helping a lot of senior citizens, and then I did a little bit of life insurance here and there, but not much of it. And then I did get a chance to do it independently as well. But for some reason, I never was able to get away from it because of my passion for it. So, and I have planted a lot of seeds over the years. I've helped people over the years as well. Some successful, some not so successful when it comes to obviously whether it be getting approved, things like that. But over the years as well, life insurance in general has definitely evolved so much, especially with technology, where underwriting is faster, prices are even better as well, and there's pretty much there's any type of product, any type of insurance for everybody. No matter your situation, like literally. So, and that's what I'm looking to educate on. Because there's also a lot of misconceptions about it too. And when I think about the music too, because me being involved with certain companies and certain individuals, even certain not necessarily clients, but just certain partners that I've been in business with regarding it, I've also been able to make music, create music, just to give out more awareness of it too. I have a song called "Protect You," which is about life insurance, so which is definitely a very, very powerful record. You know what I'm saying, to say the least. But that becomes, in my opinion, definitely like a flagship, just for this particular crusade. But one of the main reasons, outside of a little bit of my background of why I'm here regarding this, is just to let everybody know, if you know me personally, whether it be directly or even indirectly, and you can get in contact with me, feel free to do so if you want to get educated about it, if you have any misconceptions about it. I'm mainly licensed right now. I'm mainly licensed within Florida, North Carolina, and Michigan. But depending on who may need me, especially if it's a need for it in a particular location, I can get licensed anywhere across the nation. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and I definitely want to educate. You know, I definitely want to help out families. I definitely want to help them set a foundation when it comes to legacy. You know, and especially bridge. I want to definitely bridge the gap, not only for just people in general, but definitely musicians, especially within hip hop, in that sector, as well as military veterans too. You know, those who've been in, served, get out, and they don't really know nobody, you know, that they can go to. You know, because a lot of times too, it's a trust thing as well. Not being able to know people that you trust, that you know will set you up for success and take good care of you. You know, and I always tell people too, if I can't take care of you for whatever reason, you know, I know somebody who can. You know, because I have a network of people that I've met over the years that I've been able to establish relationships with in this particular space. You know, so but this is my biggest focus is just to kind of let y'all know I'm here. Definitely reach out to me. You know, and you know it's been people that I've told over the years, but I'm pretty sure it's a lot more people that don't know. You know, so just know, you know, if we come in contact again in passing, you know, if I talk to you on a, you know, not really on a regular basis because you definitely know, but let's say every so often or every so blue moon, we may get in contact with each other, and I sense that you don't know, I'm gonna definitely let you know, and if you do know, I'll just remind you of it as well. You know, so I definitely got my license renewed regarding certification. Got my contracts completed regarding carriers. I am considered a broker, so I have many carriers that I do represent. So it's never going to be one particular carrier that I quote unquote handle or work for, based on what you may need. You know what I'm saying? So life insurance, dental insurance, and Medicare supplements as well. And even from a consultative standpoint, if you want to just get in contact with me and have a brief conversation, you got some questions about it, I'm here. I have obviously more than 11 years, you know, over 10, but about 11 years now of experience in this particular space, and I'm passionate about it. That it's like, and not only that, I have I have, let's just say, I have a plethora of life insurance on myself, just to make sure that, my family is good, my kids is good, and I definitely want to leave a powerful legacy behind, you know what I'm saying? God forbid if anything were to happen to me prematurely, because definitely want to be able to be here for X amount of years, as long as possible. But while I am here, I definitely want to continue to bless people, make my mark, whether that be within the music space, whether that be within the insurance space as well, the military space, so, and I definitely want to continue to um, merge them as well, just to kind of expand the awareness, and as some of you may know too, I'm a college graduate, so dove into, outside of just general studies, dove into the legal space, because outside of insurance, I definitely want to also, nothing too crazy, but help people, whether it be with power of attorneys, whether it be with getting a will done, getting something notarized, things like that. You know what I mean? Because outside of that, of the insurance piece, you may need something else. So within those regions, those spaces, those services, I got you. And like I always say, if I can't help you, I know somebody who can. And I just want people to just start taking their legacy, a lot more serious. Don't let a misconception, misinformation, or maybe a lack of understanding, discourage you from getting something, or in my opinion, one of the most powerful things done, in your life, which is getting coverage, and then next to getting coverage, having your will set up, you know what I mean? But at a bare minimum, definitely get covered, you know, and get protected. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, definitely appreciate y'all for checking me out, tapping in with me. Feel free to hit my bio. You know, my the IG page is gonna be I want to say legacy. What's the let me double check, make sure I'm not leading y'all wrong with the IG handle. Yeah, so if y'all haven't added yet, so make sure you add Legacy Asset Protection. So Legacy Asset Protection is the IG page. So if you don't have it, follow it. Feel free to, you know, hop into the DM. You know, we'll definitely get you in contact with the services, all that good stuff. And then I'm gonna be pushing out, making sure it was pushed out a lot more. It's just some educational stuff. You know what I mean? Educational stuff. I came across something recently when it came to Lil Durk. You know, Lil Durk definitely talking about life insurance. And what also stood out to me too is Nipsey. You know, before Nipsey passed, I know he had, I forget what song it was, but he has a song where he's talking about, you know, $1 million life insurance on my flesh. You know, and lo and behold, I had no idea, but a good friend of mine, David Hennon, I want to say he told me, and shout out to David, you know, taught me a lot over the years. He told me that he knew the person, he knew the agent, he knew the insurance agent that took care of Nipsey's policy. You know what I mean? And that just blew my mind, you know. But I love to see that. I love to see, you know, artists like Nip, artists like Durk, just taking it so much more serious than most people do, you know. So that's definitely a part of my crusade with this, and with this journey as well. So tap in with me. For me, this is definitely going to be, it's always been a permanent thing, you know. It was just really me not being as active regarding it as I should have been, you know, and I'm pretty sure for good reasons, right? You know, got, you know, my kids, you know, they still young, taking care of them, different, you know, avenues, whether it was school, whether it was music related, you know. So but now I'm in a space where you know, I've learned more than enough to be of great value, you know. And what best time, you know, this is the best time that I could have really get this out there to y'all, you know. So again, appreciate y'all. Y'all be blessed, enjoy y'all time, and, you know, stay tapped in with me.